The Maricopa County Board of Supervisors recently approved a budget worth close to $4 billion for the fiscal year. Highlights of the new spending plan include a property tax cut for the fifth straight year and investments in public safety. To learn more, we welcome Thomas Galvin. He's chairman of the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors. Good to have you here.
Hey, Ted, how are you?
Did I get those numbers right? $3.9 billion and fifth straight year for property tax cuts.
Fifth year of overall tax rate cut. There's three components in the tax rate, which is your property tax, the flood control district, and the library district. But yes, 5 years in a row, we've been cutting the overall rate, but still maintaining good services at Maricopa County.
More than half the budget, it looks like, to law enforcement, judicial system, emergency response, these sorts of things. That by design?
That's right. So it's half the budget, and with a $4 billion budget, we are the second largest budget in the state after the budget that's passed and signed by the legislature and the governor. So this is really important. And with a county of 4.5 million people, the fourth largest county in the country, it's essential for us to do a good job in terms of following our principles of fiscal responsibility. So we're able to cut the tax rate, but we're also able to make investments, especially in public safety.
And other major investments, what do you got going here?
Including in the public safety, we're going to be investing in our sheriff's office. We're going to be doing new substations, renovating substations, but also we're going to be looking at 22 different parks here in Maricopa County. We're also going to be building a brand new state-of-the-art elections tabulation center, which you and I have talked about before. In a county of 4.5 million people, there's a lot of things we have to get done, but I'm really proud of the fact that we have a balanced budget and no debt.
Yes, and when we talked about that election center before, my question is always, is this really necessary, and do you think this is going to quell the critics?
Yes, well, in terms of the elections building, absolutely necessary. This county has just been growing by leaps and bounds, and people are moving here every single day. The building that we're currently in is just too small. It's outdated by decades. Also, we need technology to catch up, and we frankly just need more space for more workers to get in there and count the ballots faster. But when we look at the overall budget, what I'm really proud of is our increase in pay for our sheriff deputies, detention officers, and emergency dispatch operators.
Indeed, and I did notice a new animal shelter in the West
Valley.
That's right.
So there will be a new animal shelter in the West Valley. I'm really proud that we opened up a new one in the East Valley in my district, which is District 2. But also, just because the county is growing, just over the 4th of July weekend, we had hundreds of dogs that either came in as strays or were surrendered. And so we need to find the capacity to take care of our four-legged friends.
You talk about overall budgeting here. Lowest staff to population ratio, I think, in history, true?
That's right. We have been lowering the staff to population ratio for the last 15 years. And I like to compare ourselves to the largest counties across the United States, whether that's Cook County in Illinois, LA County in California, Harris County in Texas, Miami-Dade, and we are just demolishing the competition. We're making sure that we're getting more bang for the buck for taxpayer dollars, but every single year as the county grows, our ratio goes down.
And I was going to ask about that because it sounds great. It sounds economical, it sounds efficient, the whole 9 yards here. Mm-hmm. But is it good? Can more money be spent on more things?
Well, I have one principle: just don't spend more than you take in. And unfortunately, you just don't see that in government too much, especially at the state level. A couple years ago, we saw our state leaders run up a huge deficit, and they've had to scramble ever since. Maricopa County, we have a lot of mandates and responsibilities because we have to follow state law. But at the same time, we're very careful with our dollars, and that's what taxpayers expect from us. We're one of the few who actually live that mandate.
Let me ask that question from a different direction. Mm-hmm. Are you taking in enough?
Yeah, we are taking in enough, frankly. And what we're doing is our tax levy right now is $269 million below where we could statutorily be at, which just is a jaw-dropping figure. So you can replace us with 5 new supervisors tomorrow who could raise taxes by $269 million. We're not doing that. We have the money to take care of what we have to do.
So reserves in good shape. Mm-hmm. Bond rating, where's that at?
AAA, perfect.
Okay, so yeah. And this budget, of course, helps that rating.
Yes, so when I became chairman in January, I said my mission was to ensure security and to promote prosperity. And we're doing that at the county by having enough reserves, having a sterling bond rating, but also making sure that we're able to provide the services that we need to do.
All right, let's talk about, I know this is a big deal for you, the Chase Field, the renovation. This is state law, obviously, not the county, but it affects the county a lot. The impact on county revenues from this law, What are you seeing? What do you expect?
Well, I'm very proud of the fact that the county fought hard to make sure that we were not harmed in this process. We were in many ways bystanders, but we were also at the negotiating table. There was an amendment during the legislative process that would have scooped out money from the county's general fund, and we fought hard for that amendment to be struck out, which it was. And so right now, the money that will be used to fund the repairs of the stadium for decades to come is going to be from activity generated at the stadium itself. So this is money that will be affected for the state level, the county level, and the city of Phoenix level, but at the same time, the county's general coffers were not affected.
Okay, but critics are saying, and I think they have a point, that this is money that would otherwise go to things like law enforcement, public safety, education. How do you respond to that?
Well, the argument that they're making, because it was the state lawmakers and the governor who crafted this plan with
Right.
the Diamondbacks, is that, hey, listen, if you're going to the stadium and you're buying a T-shirt, a ticket, a hot dog, the sales tax generated from that stadium is now going to further the repair costs for the stadium itself. And this is a public benefit. This is a public asset. It's also an income-producing asset. And frankly, if you're going to the D-backs game on a Tuesday night and you see 25,000 other people there, in this weather, 117 degrees right now, Ted, how are you going to get 25,000 people down to downtown Phoenix on today's a Wednesday night?
Yeah, again, I understand it's state law here. It's not nothing to county, but it's something that you are very much involved, very much behind. This annual inflation adjustment of 3%. I mean, that's a lot. Is that necessary?
That was a number that was negotiated between the Diamondbacks, the legislators, and the governor. What I was doing and what my colleagues and I were doing was making sure that the county tax dollars were not affected. And so you can't get what you want all the time. And so we were making sure that from the county perspective that we were held harmless. For the most part, we were. There's also the creation of a new board that will be appointed by members of the legislature and by the mayor of Phoenix. The county is now out of the stadium business. And so I'm happy about that. I can just go to a game and relax. The only time I have to think about the stadium.
Biggest smile you've had all night. But
That's
before
right.
we go, studies have shown over and over again that these stadiums, I'm a huge sports fan,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm coming at this from a weird angle.
Yeah.
But the studies show that they produce little to no economic benefit. How do you respond when you see those kinds of studies?
Yeah, I disagree, because Diamondbacks only play 81 days out of the year out of 365 days. The other 270 dates, we have Monster Jam, Billy Joel, Kenny Chesney, Stevie Nicks, football bowl games, the World Baseball Classic. There are ways that you can bring people downtown. I know businesses and local establishments, they're thirsty for those revenue dollars. It's important.
All right, before you go, and again, those studies say otherwise, but we got what we got down there,
Yeah.
and the Diamondbacks are staying. We only got a few minutes left here. What's going on with the letters being sent out by the recorder, then another letter coming out saying, forget the previous letter, blaming a vendor? You were pretty sharp in your criticism of the recorder on this.
I am.
What was all that about?
Well, when it comes to elections, you have to do right by the voters, and sometimes things happen and mistakes are made. And my disappointment with the recorder is that he's not taking responsibility in sending out 83,000 letters erroneously to the voters. And he blamed a third-party vendor when it turned out that someone in his office had approved it. I don't think he's faced the media since then. I wish he would do it. The recorder has made mistake after mistake after mistake since he's come into office, despite making huge promises. The board wants him to do well. The board wants him to succeed. But Justin Heap has to take responsibility and has to own it. And I want to see that more from him.
Is that something that the board has oversight over? I mean, could they have stopped that? Could you
No,
have
we
stopped
don't.
this?
So the voters of Maricopa County elected him to be recorder. His job is to do voter registration and early ballot envelopes. So this is related to voter registration. We handle election day voting and we handle the canvassing of the election. The way that Arizona state law is in elections is that we have to work together because election duties are bifurcated. But if you make a mistake or you let down the voters, you got to look them in the eye, take responsibility, apologize, and move on. People here are very forgiving, but don't insult their intelligence.
Yeah, the recorder says, though, that no voter registration was affected. Again, as you mentioned, he blamed a vendor. I'm not sure which vendor that he's talking about, but that doesn't matter, because the letters have been sent out, and people that I think were shocked in the letters in the first place now have another letter where they're kind of less shocked. Is there a way for, I know you guys are suing each other, you're countersuing each other, the whole business here. Is there a way for you guys all to get together and make nice?
There is a way, and we had that on April 11th when he struck a deal with us for the shared services agreement. We were very happy about that. We've had these same type of agreements with the 3 previous recorders. Unfortunately, he then went dark for over a month, and then he backed out of the deal, declared that he was going to sue us. That's just not the way that you're honoring voters or honoring the oath of office that you took.
Thomas Galvin, Maricopa County Board of Supervisors, Chair of the Board of Supervisors. Always a pleasure, sir.
Thank
Good
you,
to see
Ted. Appreciate it.